what value does an assistant principal actually bring to a school and to a community?
So I mean, that's a very hard question. Like, what value do they bring? I think it's a bigger question of why is there a team in administration and team in leadership. So I don't think it's necessarily just like why do we need an AP. I think you need a lot of perspective to make informed decisions, right? So as a principal, particularly as a principal in a high school where you're working with, 1,000 plus kids in any building, you're not going to know everything about everything that comes up, right? So you need voices, you need different perspectives that are gonna know policy. You're gonna need to know people who are, you're gonna need people on your team who are more equity focused, people who are thinking about mental health, because all of those voices together allow you to make an informed decision that is thoughtful and intentional. And I think that benefits like not only the school as a whole, but it benefits the community because you're coming with like lots of information and just lots of well thought, well informed people who can work together.
Okay. So let's say we have someone who's watching this or who's listening to this and just like, you know what, my dream, my goal is to become an
The
assistant principal.
dream.
I want to go ahead and be one of those individuals who has the information, the nuances, and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
What should people know about your position as of an assistant principal before going into it?
It's a lot of work.
If you can go back and talk to
To
the young
young
Felicia,
Felicia, oh God,
what would you tell somebody before going into your position?
you can't be ready for it. Like it's it is pieces of what you think it's going to be. It's a lot of work, and I think I underestimated the emotional toll that it would take, or the emotional labor that it is, because you are dealing with people's kids in a very different way than you were when I was a speech pathologist or when you're in a classroom or anything like that. Because in a lot of ways, we act as filters um, for information that comes in, for situations that are happening that may never make it to others in the school and should never make it to others in the school. But some of the weight of that is is something I don't think anybody is really prepared for. And I don't think people talk a whole lot about it until you're in the role and then you're like, wow, like these are heavy things that are being shared with me. It's not just the instructional leadership. It's not just being in the classrooms. It's being able to be an emotional support and an emotional filter